In the scanning design work tutorial, we looked at how you may need to scan some images that are bigger than an 11 by 17 scanner bed size, such as this one, and how you will need to scan this in pieces and then reconstitute the image. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how you stitch an image together. And we are going to do that using Photoshop software. The first thing you will do is you will open the files that you scanned in 3 separate pieces. And here I have the 3 images, and I will open each one of them. Now, there are 2 ways to stitch an image together. The first one, manually, which I will show you first. So basically what you would do is go to enlarge the size of the image and paste the other images on top of this one as layers. And the way you do that is you go to Image and change the canvas size. And here we're simply going to more or less double it, or actually just over double. So let's try 120 here. If you'll notice, it'll say background on the image. So to make the background into a layer, you simply double click and hit OK. And now this is a layer, which using the Move tool, you can just move around. Now, the second thing you want to do is you go to the second image and you select everything within that with the Select tool. And you copy that and paste it into this one. And then again select the third image, copy it, and paste it onto the canvas here. And here's how we will go about layering these together and getting them lined up. So if I click on the second layer here, the one in the middle, I can change the opacity so that it seems a bit more transparent. And when I move it around, then I can make sure that it aligns either using the mouse or the arrows on your keyboard to align the images. You can also see that there's a rotation to it, and to rotate it you hit Control T to transform, and this image will appear, and these little arrows on the top show you the rotation symbol. So I'm going to slightly rotate that, and again use the arrows to move it more or less where it belongs, and then remember to change the opacity back to normal at the end. And I will follow this with the third image. Hit Enter. With the third image, again we can move this around, change its opacity, and again hit Control T to transform. You can also right click for those of you that use PCs to do the same. And I will rotate it so that it more or less lines up, and use my arrow keys until these images overlap. And change the opacity, and hit Enter to exit transform. Now if you can see, there are borders here that we want to get rid of. So one thing we can do is simply erase this portion of an image, but for the meantime we're just going to leave this one it is. And what you're going to do is save this as, and then we're going to call this and save it as a JPEG, and we're going to save it as plan and hit OK. And this is the manual way of stitching images together. So we're going to close that. We know we don't want to change. And now I'm going to show you how to do it automatically. So once again, we'll open up the same 3 set of images we had before. And Rather than doing it manually, we're going to go into File and Scripts, the Scripts menu, and click on Image Processor. Oops, rather, sorry. You're going to go into Automate, and the command is called Photo Merge, and that'll take some time to come up. And this is the Photo Merge window, and the way we want to, there are many ways of putting several images together. What we want to choose is either collage or reposition. For this one, we're going to do collage, and make sure you have blend images together. And here you want to just write add open files, and this will add all the files that we have previously opened. And then you just simply hit OK and let Photo Merge work its magic. This should take a couple of minutes, and essentially it is doing what we did manually, but using an automated process in Photoshop. And once it has it, here you have your composite image, your plan of your 3 different images blended together. And the last thing you want to do again is we'll save this as a JPEG, and we'll call this Plan 2. And yes, maximum. And that is how you stitch your images using Photoshop.